YouTube, what is up? Man, it feels so good to be back. It's been a few since I made a video, but here we are. And if you're watching the video, man, just want to let you know, appreciate that. Right on for stopping by. Fishing's been a little bit of a struggle lately, no doubt. And the bite's been tough, the bite's been slow, but I think I realized something that I was doing wrong that didn't help my odds. And so I addressed that. I'm gonna talk about that more in the water. But yeah, man, just wanted to say what's up. Hope everybody's doing well, man. More importantly, you know, I just want to encourage people right now that, you know, 2020 has been crazy. I think it's affected most everybody in some way, shape, or form, in a bad way. You know, potentially the craziest year of all time so far. And wow. But the other day I was reminded, man, that I think it's important to keep perspective. My daughter was born in 2020, and so that's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, blessing in my life, man. So that's beautiful. So I challenge you guys, man, to find something good in this year that happened, because there's always good to be found, man, but sometimes we can get buried by, you know, too much negativity. So yeah, man, just wanted to drop that, man. Anyways, enough rambling from me. Let's get on the water. I'm anxious to get a fish on the pole tonight. The goal, with how tough it's been lately, is just to catch a fish, man. That's the goal. So let's go here. I think we can knock that out. All right, y'all. So like I mentioned in the car, I wanted to talk about this adjustment that I feel like I'm making right now. So I think the mistake that I made coming into fall, with how hyped up fall fishing was in my mind, was that I needed to power fish all the time. And from my experience, man, I've ran into a lot of days of not even getting bit in the fall. And you know, I know the weather's been crazy. It's still in that weird transition here in the Midwest, where it's, you know, the weather's still, it's getting hot some days and then really cold the next, and going back and forth. I think that messes with the bass, man. It really does, and their behavior. So it's been tough. But again, I think I've you know, I hyped it up in my mind a little bit, thinking it was going to be similar to spring, but from my experience, it has not. So spring fishing is by far the best. So anyways, I think the fall fishing, I feel like, you know, all the people saying that it's amazing, you know, are telling the truth, but I think what it's going to be, it's more window fishing. You really got to run into those feeding windows or those good days. And oh my goodness, let's go. Yo, now this is just awesome, guys. I'm doing this in the intro here, and I just caught my first fish ever with a drop shot. Oh man, it's got my heart pumping a little bit right there. It's not big, but yo, that's the first fish in a minute. I had to grind for that little dude, so that makes it feel a little bit better. All right, thank you, sir. Nice and cold. Wrong way. Good girl, Kinzer. What's up, guys? Back here at the house. Just got the one fish, but hey, man, that's all right. Just like I set out to do, that was the goal, to go out there and catch one fish. And when you go on those little streaks of not catching anything, man, those small fish will feel that much better. So we'll take it. And it was on the drop shot for the first time ever catching a drop shot fish. That felt pretty dang good. So in summary of what I was trying to say throughout the entire video is, I was hyped coming into fall fishing, man. My anticipation was through the roof, but I've struggled really bad in the last month or so to catch a fish. But, you know, after thinking about it, stepping back, I've realized a couple things, man. One is the weather, man, is so crazy here in the Midwest that the transition, season to season, can be just not smooth and not overnight. Like, it was 70 degrees last week, 50 degrees this week, you know, during the day. And so that's pretty drastic still. So in my mind too, just from what I understand from reading about bass behavior, is, you know, they really kick into that fall bite though whenever the temperature's like steady cold. It's starting to get like steady cold, more on that consistent side, because, you know, that's when they realize, hey, we got to start feeding up. So that really hasn't technically happened yet here in the Midwest, in Indiana. And so there's kind of hope that, you know, I could still run into a pretty good fall bite. I'm also realizing too that this is a small window, that it's not going to be nearly as good as like springtime or maybe even summer. I don't know yet. Like I said, this is the first time I've ever really fished in the fall, so I'm learning along the way. but I'm thinking it's going to be a smaller window. But I know it could still be explosive, so we're going to keep going after it, and hopefully this weather can start like to steady cool off. Even though I will miss those 70-degree days in November. But so the final thing I want to talk about real quick is this has made me realize how much more I need to really get dialed in on my finesse fishing. So the silver lining to struggling in the last month not catching fish is I've tried out a bunch of new finesse techniques that I've never tried before, like the drop shot, for example. Never even knew how to rig one of those up until a few weeks ago. So that's pretty cool, man. So in the struggle, I have found that I've learned a little bit more about finesse fishing. So there's that. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys checking out the video. This one's going to be short and sweet, but just wanted to get on here and pump one out, man. And just want to let you guys know that, yeah, be looking for some videos. I'm going to be going more finesse over power, which is different for me because usually it's always the other way around. But I've had to learn through these slow, periods of fishing, man, that sometimes you have to slow down. That's like the best way to catch them, at least from what I'm seeing. But all right, guys, that's it for now. I'm out of here, and I will see you guys in the next one.